In this video, we're going to be talking about 5 access control models. Models such as mandatory access control, discretionary access control, role-based, rule-based, and attribute-based access control. Now, each model has pros and cons, and it will be up to the unique security posture of an organization to determine which is best for controlling access. Now, to gain an understanding of logical access control models, you must first understand the purpose. Purpose is to protect objects, whether it be data, services, executable applications, network devices, or some other type of information technology, from unauthorized operations. We use these controls to manage who has access to these objects and what type of access they have, such as read, write, execute, and deleting. Now, in mandatory access control, this is a very strict and uncompromising security model. This can be centrally managed for controlled access and is considered the most secure model because all access rights are predefined. All changes must be approved and implemented by administrators. These judgment calls are implemented as a need-to-know basis, and these are used in situations where confidentiality of information is of the most supreme importance. All users are assigned security clearance levels. All resources are given security clearance labels as well. Now, to gain access to a resource, the clearance must meet or exceed the requirements of the label. So this goes hand in hand. Do you have the need to know? Do you have the security clearance? Also, is the resource that you are trying to reach, is that of the security clearance label that matches your security clearance? Now, when it comes to discretionary access control, or DAC, this is a user-centric control model. It's a very flexible environment which allows for information owners to grant or deny access to resources at their discretion. This increases potential for data exposure as control over access is decentralized. This is commonly seen in computer file systems where information owners can explicitly allow or deny individual users access to resources under their control. So it's all based on the owner of that information. It doesn't mean like you need to have a certain security clearance label. It doesn't matter where you work. If this person feels at their discretion that you can have access to it, then they'll grant you access. Now, when it comes to role-based access control, this is where access control decisions are strictly enforced based on the role a user plays within an organization. This is great for locations with high turnover, as decisions are made based on a job function, not on your identity. This is seen in operating systems as grouped-based permissions. This is easily scalable. So, for example, if you get hired onto a job and you're part of the accounting department, all the administrator has to do is put you in the accounting group, and now you have access to everything the accounting section should have. Now, when it comes to rule-based access control, this is pre-configured security policies that make all the decisions for access. ACLs are a perfect example of this model. These decisions are made automatically with no human interaction beyond initial configuration. Now, users could be given dynamic roles with access that is based off of these controls, such as you can access this file during these times of the day. You can only access this file on the weekend or only Monday through Friday, or you could only access these resources from a specific terminal, maybe even GPS coordinates. Now, for attribute-based access control, this model is where user access is based off of policies and attributes that must be met in order to be granted access. And it's a combination of things such as subject attributes, object attributes, environmental conditions, and policy for allowable operations. So more on subject attribute. Who is the subject? Does he work for the company? Does he have the proper clearance? Or an object attribute. What is the object, which could be a document? Who owns the document? What is the classification? Environmental conditions, same thing like time, location, temperature for the outside, something that is around that document. So environmental conditions. Now, policy, under what condition types may an object be accessed? So that's a specific policy that can be set.